having kids.
And rude, if I may say, because it's not something to take lightly. Parenthood, motherhood is not something to take lightly. It's not. And you cannot just go and force it on somebody. You cannot just go and do it because, do it for somebody. I hear women say, I gave him babies. I gave him children. I gave him children. Why are you giving him children? You guys are supposed to have those children together. Why are you giving him children? So that means that you didn't want those children, but you gave him children. Why? Why? Because my babies are first my babies. Their dad, he can claim them as much as he want. But me, I know that first my babies. I didn't have a baby for somebody. I have babies first for myself. And that's something that is very important you need to understand. I feel like before you go into the adventure of having babies, you need to ask yourself. You need to ask yourself how much you really know about being a mother. How much you do really want to have babies. How much? And this is, ask yourself, if tomorrow I wake up and I'm alone, am I still going to want those babies? If tomorrow I wake up, the man in my life is not there anymore, am I still going to feel the same way about having those babies? If your answer is yes, then go and have the babies. But if the answer is no, then you have to think about it. Because what you need to understand that, unless I know there are exceptions, no matter how much support you have, whether the dad is giving you, in general, once again, because I know there's really men that are hands up. Some of them are even the one looking mostly after the kids. But those one are the how to say that, the exceptions. Okay. So no matter how much support you get, there's still a lot that you have to do as a mother. A lot. And this is in every society, white, black, Asian, is everywhere. As a mother, you still have to do the most. You still have to do the most. Me, my thing is what? My thing is that I always say that when I have children, I was going to give my children 200%. But because there's not 200%, I have to create that 200%. And I still have to give myself. At the same time I give my children 200%, I still need to find a way to give myself at least 50%. How do I do that? The first thing was, I knew that my children, from birth to when they start school, I don't want anybody else looking after them. Childminder, nursery, I didn't want anyone else being in their life that much. I wanted to be the main person in their life so that I can see the personalities coming out. I can see them developing. I can see them expressing themselves. Allow them to express themselves to be a certain way. I wanted to do things a certain way. And I'm so lucky that with 3 babies, I was able to do that. But also the whole time I was doing this, I made sure that I had something. I have to step down professionally. But it didn't mean that I closed that door completely. No, the door was still a bit open. So I still have something going on. You know, online courses, businesses, something going on. So whatever it is that I wanted to achieve to start with, I made sure that the whole time I'm looking after my kids until I take them to the time they start school, I'm doing, even if I'm doing only 10% of it, I'm doing that 10% of it for myself. So that tomorrow my kids are fully in school, I can go. I will not feel like I'm starting from nothing. I will not feel like I've not been doing anything when it comes to that. I feel like I will just pick it from where I've been doing it. So that's what I'm saying. So normally if the children are not there, you'll be doing it 100%. But make sure that you're doing at least 10%. Find a way to do at least 10%. What does that mean? That means, for example, if you wanted to complete a degree, and normally the degree would have taken you You are I know that most degree you have like 6 years, something like that. Excuse me. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you have like 6 years to complete a degree. Most degree are completed. Apart the bachelor degree normally is 3 years, and masters are 2 years, and I also think that PhD are also 2 years. So let's say if it's a 2 years degree, even if you take that 6 years to complete it, take that 6 years to complete it, but make sure that even your study 30 credit by 30 credit, and you take your time to study, just do that. But do something. Make sure you have something going on. If you're interested in law, make sure that you're reading. You continue reading. You continue educating yourself. You continue informing yourself about what is going on in laws and all those things. If it's finance, make sure that you're reading about it. Make sure that you're keeping yourself on the page when it comes to that. Don't just be like, because I know, but you have to create that time. There's sometimes the babies are sleeping. There's sometimes some of them are in school. The other one is sleeping. Find a way to organize yourself. Find a way to cook, even if it's not bulk cooking, but at least cook for 2 days. So the one day you don't have to cook. That day you can take that day to do something that you need to do for yourself. If you have to put the baby in the back to do that, put your baby in the back if the baby is not sleeping. But find a way to do something for yourself. If those are courses, you get those audio courses. You put your child in the buggy. You go around the park or whatever, walk somewhere, listening to what you need to listen, learning to what you need to learn, educating yourself. You find a way to make sure that you are doing, even if it's 5%, but you are doing something 5% constantly for yourself. Consistently for yourself. That's the thing, because that's where frustration come in. That's when resentment come in. When you feel like you are not fulfilled. When you feel like you did not reach what you wanted to reach. But the thing is, it's not marathon. It's not, how do you call it? It's not marathon. The most important thing is for you to reach wherever you wanted to reach. Because raising kids is the most difficult, is the most demanding job that exists. So if beside that you're able to complete something for yourself, even if it takes more time, that I don't know, it's still a big thumbs up. You're doing great. So make sure that all time you're doing something for yourself. If you are into business, you love business, and maybe you cannot run a shop because you have your children, find a way. Do it online. Do it online. Buy your goods. Open an account. You can start maybe with a social media account, Facebook, whatever, and start selling. You're not going to be selling tens a day to start with, but selling one there and there, that's going to encourage you. That one going to make you feel good about yourself. You keep updating those things, keep on making them look good, keep on presenting them well. You keep on, if you feel like the picture and not what it is, you take your time to edit the pictures, to put the pictures, to make sure that it looks good. And doing all those things will make you feel good, because you feel like you're doing something for yourself. You're not just there looking after your babies and everybody else and then leaving yourself there on the sidewalk. No. And that's also, you have a lot of couples that have issue, because a lot of women have that resentment towards the partner, because he is allowed to go out there to how to say that, to realize, to make things, to live his dream, to do things that he wanted to do. I'm not saying everybody is having the dream job, but at least they're allowed to go out there to experience things, to do stuff. When you are there, you looking after the kids. So there can be a resentment, and that's why you see a lot of relationship dies out. And the only thing I can say is that men try to be more supportive to your woman. Try to be more understanding. Try to see where she's coming from. And sometimes try to put yourself on her shoes. Because this thing we like to say woman. No woman was born with a bucket and a broom on her hand to say you're going to be cleaning, cooking, and all those things. No woman was born like that. We all were born to realize things. We all were born to make things. We were born to do many other things. Also to be, some of them also were born to be parents. Some of us were not born to be parents. That's another thing. Not everyone is supposed to be a parent. Not everyone. But when you come to societies, like everybody must have children. You have people having children who don't want to have children, who don't want to have children. And those children end up suffering because those people didn't want to have children. But they must have children because the society will say this about them. So because they don't want people to say things about them, they will bring innocent children in the midst of all those things that they didn't want in the first place. Away suffering at the end of the children. Not everybody is meant to be a mother. Not everybody is meant to be a dad. Not. It's as shocking that it can be that a lot of people will be shocked by that, but that's the truth. Not everybody. And believe me, people who actually are more attentive to all those things, there will be less miserable people in the world. There will be less messed up adults who were messed up as children in the world. They will. Because raising children is not a joke. It's really not a joke, especially if you don't do it properly. It's not a joke. It's not. So, I don't want to drag it. That's just what I wanted to say. It's like, please make sure you take care of yourself. Please make sure you're doing something that makes you happy. Please make sure you do something that completes you. Please make sure that you do something that makes you feel good. Don't drop off anything for yourself. Do it, but do it differently. Other people might be able to complete their degree in 2 years, 3 years. You complete it in 6 years. As long as you're doing it, that's all that matters. But do something. So by the time your children go to you, you can be able to go and fly too. So that's it. Take care of yourself. And I'll talk to you again soon.